Well, speaking of the Tyson fight, the other day I announced that me and Ken Shamrock are actually going to be the opening match.
Really?
For the Tyson fight. Yes, me and Ken Shamrock.
I won't have to pay you nothing.
The
then.
world's most dangerous man and the world's most dangerous interviewer are going to be squaring up in the ring and boxing.
You unbox Ken Shamrock?
No, I'm not going to box Ken Shamrock. We just did an interview, but we had a little photo at the end where we're squaring up against each other. No, Ken Shamrock would murder me. When I put the post up, there's a bunch of R.I.P. Vlads that were all over the comments and everything else like that. But I got to interview Ken Shamrock again, an absolute legend in this game, not only on the UFC side, but also on the wrestling side.
Yeah, man. And, it's a trip because people likes to shortchange wrestling. Man, that's murder.
Oh, yeah. We even talked about how most of the guys that I've interviewed that have done both have always said they've injured themselves worse wrestling
because you're not protecting
boxing
yourself.
Or MMA fighting. Most people that I've interviewed who have done both have injured themselves more on the wrestling side than the fighting side.
You know why? You know why people get more injured in wrestling than they do in MMA? Is because usually, like for me, I was good in MMA. I was really good. And I kept people from doing damage to me. I didn't let them do that. In wrestling, watch the chair shot. I let that happen. We let people beat us up.
Yeah.
That's the difference, and that's why we get beat up, is because we're stuntmen. We're literally taking falls, and we're taking these bumps, and we're taking all these things because we're trying to do an event, an entertainment event, to please the fans. And so we take risky bumps. We take risky shots, and sometimes causes us bodily injury.
Oh, yeah. That wrestling, I got good friends that, one of my best friends, Ernest Miller. Man, when he would describe the wrestling stuff, the schedules and what they have to do, that every time you're landing, it's not like sometimes you got some easy fight or whatever. No, it's always some kind of crazy jumping off the rope, landing and all that type of stuff, getting hit with all kinds of crazy stuff, and then do it the next damn day.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know if you remember this. We talked about this again in the interview. Ken Shamrock got hit in the face with a folding metal chair by The Rock. That was like one of the things that was like a big thing in the era.
Right.
That they agreed ahead of time that Dwayne The Rock Johnson grabbed a folding metal chair and hit Ken Shamrock in the face.
Right.
And, what he said was, since he could prepare for it, he kind of put his head down and kind of hit his forehead a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But it made a huge bang. And everyone was like, oh!
Yeah.
They're even talking about how, The Rock was like, are you sure you want me to do this? Like, Ken's like, you better do it. We're going to do it.
And so when I asked Rock to hit me in the face with the chair, and he looked at me like he was like bewildered and like, what? I said, hit me in the face. Because they wanted to, like normally how they do it, they hit you in the top of the head or the back of the head. And I'm like, you ain't doing that to me. You're going to hit me in the face and swing from my face because I will take care of the rest. You just do that. And I remember looking at me saying I was crazy, and I said, you better swing it because I won't sell it. And he looked at me and said, oh, I'll swing it.
and it's a macho situation because people who take the hits, they're the ones that are talked about. They're the ones that get all the glory, right? So people are trying to outdo people because they want to, be good workers. So it's like I see that in the stunt world, So those are some dangerous things when the culture is showing how tough you are and how much punishment you could take.
Yeah, you're basically a stuntman. Live on camera.
True.
Yeah.
But live on camera is like the show must go on. We don't call cut.
Yeah, you can't redo that stunt.
Yeah.
You got to do the stunts in real time.
Yeah.
And I asked him whether he's known any WWE guys that as they got older are perfectly healthy. He said not a single one. They're all messed up in one way or another. Do all of them have serious permanent injuries from doing the sport?
Yeah, all of them do. All of them do. And not even just, physical issues, they have mental issues because they've dedicated their life to something that isn't real. Like even fighting when it comes to the world we live in isn't real. We don't keep that. There's a world out there we have to live. Sooner or later, we're going to be what is real, and that's the world, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's relatively okay. I mean, he has his aches and pains and stuff like that. But,
Yeah.
you know, in general, man, these guys mess themselves up. I don't know. Remember that movie, The Wrestler, with, you know, your friend Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, well, Ernest, my best friend, he's Mickey Rourke's adversary.
Right.
In the Wrestler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember, there was that one scene I always remember where he was like at that autograph signing session. He's looking around. It's a guy in a wheelchair, a guy that's like his leg is all up in the air, a guy
I
in
love the fact that
cast.
they made that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, see, that's the stuff that it is in my heart because it's kind of like I wish they made that for the MMA world, or maybe I will make it one day.
Yeah, you should do one.
You know what I mean? Because it's like just a glimpse into these people that we prop up and we honor. But, you know, the next chapter in their lives, we need to look at that, you know? They're still the same heroic people. So, and with MMA, they're really doing it.
Yeah.
You know?